How do we manifest miracles in 2021? We're going to talk about that this morning. This is Tom Karen with the Be Something Wonderful studio of Higher Consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Guys, Happy New Year, December 31st, 2020. I want to talk about how we can make 2021 a miracle year for our manifestations. Because many of us set resolutions. What's the problem with New Year's resolutions? What happens normally? We set them, and then after a few weeks, we kind of fall off the wagon, right? And then we get discouraged. Why does that happen? Well, part of it is that we place a lot of importance on it, and our belief is that we will break them. so because this is the whole thing with New Year's resolutions. There is a belief, right? And it's almost a collective consciousness that New Year's resolutions, that you never keep them, that we break them, and we fall back into old patterns. So we're going to talk about today, we're going to take the weight off that and not look at it in terms of New Year's resolutions, but more into what you want with more of a carefree resoluteness that I'm going to have it. You're going to choose to have what you want this year, as opposed to putting a lot of weight on resolutions that you don't believe that you're going to accomplish. Yeah. So how do we do it? The first thing I want to say is there's two things that could slow anything that you want to do anytime, but especially when you're setting resolutions. Don't worry about the how. We've talked about this. Don't worry about how things are going to happen, how things are going to roll. Leave that to the universe. Leave that to God consciousness. Remember that the infinite, my ways you don't know of, right? What Jesus said in the Bible. We don't know God's mysterious ways. Leave it to prepare to be surprised and delighted for 2021, right? Prepare for surprises, but delightful surprises after you set your manifestations, what you want. The other thing is reduce importance. We've talked about this in reality Transurfing with Vadim, Zeland. It's the importance that we put on things that causes the resistance, that causes us not to keep our resolutions, that brings in balanced forces of the universe, right, to balance things out. This is where you get the opposite of what you want. So take the importance off what you want. Take the importance of it. Have a firm resoluteness about it. Have a firm intention, but don't put any weight on the intention, right? Just intention is a matter of fact. Just like you're going to go, what Vadim said, it's like going out to get to your mailbox to get the mail. You set an intention to do it and you just do it. There's no importance to it. You know it's going to be done. That's what I want you to do with your 2021 year. Make it that it's just going to happen. You choose it to happen this way. You're not putting any weight on it. You know it's going to happen. That's what about taking importance off it. We'll get back to that. What's the first step? Well, there's 6 ways, guys. 6 ways we can manifest miracles in 2021. The first thing is, let's clean up anything from the past. Forgive yourself and others. Let everybody off the hook, right? This should be continual. This should be a daily thing, but especially as you move into the new year, let 2020 off the hook, right? Don't take any of that with you. Look at it, put everything in a light of positive consideration. This is the key. This is real mastery here. So forgive yourself and others, continual forgiveness, let everybody off the hook. There's no reason, don't hold anything from 2020 or anything of negativity, right? So just forget. This is where you forgive. Remember, Jesus doesn't forgive because he never condemns. So don't judge anything, right? This is where we're not going to judge anything from 2020. Judgment. We're going to release all that. And the Course in Miracles says there's nothing to forgive because there has been no sin. There's only been error in thinking, error in perception that needs to be corrected. So let's talk about, that's really all it is. Just, it's forgiving yourself, forgiving others for what they really didn't do, right? You are perfect with that source energy, with that God consciousness. It's your perceptions and your thoughts about it that kind of get you down. So forgive all those. That's the first step. The second step, this comes from more Neville Goddard's teaching. It's exactly what Neville recommends. Revise the past. This is the idea of looking back and imagining it how you wish you had lived it. Whatever it is in 2020. In big, broad strokes, right? You can use revision for a day, the day before. He recommends that you revise each day as you wanted it. Remember, past, present, and future is all happening right now. So when you revise the past, you're revising your life. You're resetting, it's affecting you now in the present and in the future. So revise, imagine 2020 how you would have wanted it to go. And just sort of a broad picture. And feel that positivity, imagine it, visualize it, revise it as you use those imagination methods that we've talked about, that what Neville taught, where you go right before, it's that stage right before sleep. Imagine what you wanted 2020 to go. Any missed goals, imagine that you've already accomplished them. Imagine all that from 2020. Remember, what you imagine is real, right? We're connected with that God consciousness. There are no true and false. We decide what's true for us. We decide what to believe. And what we believe is. So this is really powerful. The third thing is, now make some big, bold, powerful I am statements. Nothing specific, but in general, what's the perfect state of being that you want to be? I am healthy, I am happy, I am strong, I am successful, I am wealthy. Make these big, bold statements, as many as you want, right? That you want to, and that's when you remember, I am is who you are. It's that God consciousness. It's that creative substance. It's that creative subconscious, that first substance, that first creator that permeates everything. So when you say I am, these are very powerful. And you can use these as much as possible, right? Not just for setting your 2021 year, but use them every day, right? It's amazing that these get into your subconscious, and this is how you build new beliefs, right? Instead of trying to tackle the old ones and put attention on old beliefs, just think new thoughts, these big I am statements. I'm wealthy, I am happy, I'm successful, I am, right? These are these big ones. Then, now we're going to get into more, in step 4, we're going to get specific. We're going to choose and tend our desires. What do we want to be, do, and have in 2021? Now, when you do this, here's where resolutions can go wrong. We get stressed out already before we even work on it because we believe that they won't come, because that's been our experience. Instead, guys, comes from reality transurfing from Vadim, Zeland. Choose to intend like it's a matter of fact, because you can choose. That's how you create your reality. It's a choice, an intention to have what you want. Don't worry about the how. Oh my God, how's it going to be done? I want to have my own business, but I have no idea who my partner is. The universe or God will take care of that. And then drop the importance. Don't put so much importance on it, right? Nothing. We're creators. We can keep creating all over again. So whatever comes up or whatever happens, it doesn't matter, because we created it and we can recreate. Once you take that importance off, that it's not life and death, that it's not I have to have this, it's just I'm going to have it, right? And once you take that, it's an amazing relief, right? I'm just going to have it. I choose it. It's a carefree resoluteness. It's a carefree intention. It's a desire without the resistance, right? It's a desire without it's a desire without the feeling of lack or wanting or can't do it or not enoughness, right? Remember, you're perfect. So we can keep digging up what, why do I feel unworthy? Don't. Instead, just be worthy. Decide not to put any attention on it. This is what Vadim talks about as well, right? You get to choose that you're worthy. You get to choose that you're successful. It's not someone else doesn't judge it. And it's not that inside voice that decides it. You already are it. This is powerful. Step 5 then, using the teachings of Neville Goddard, think from the end. Assume your wish is already fulfilled. Imagine the end. Imagine what it would be like. Imagine a specific event. Maybe it's December 31st, 2021, and you're having a glass of wine and talking to a friend of everything that's happened and all the accomplishments you have. Imagine that scene. Put yourself in it. Put yourself in it. Imagine the conversation, where you are, and look at your friend's face, how happy they are, and what are they saying to you? Congratulations. This is powerful, right? Imagination, that Neville Goddard has said this, and this goes with all of our teachings up to date. Imagination creates reality. Imagination is the creator. That's the Christ in you, is imagination. God became us so we could become God. That imagination is that God power, is that subconscious. If you can imagine it, if you can imagine the end, that the end wills the means. This is powerful. This is right from the Neville Goddard teaching. The end wills the means. Stop worrying about the how. We get back up to this, and the importance. The end wills the means. So think from the end. And then finally, but not really finally, you should always be doing this, very powerful, express gratitude in advance for already having everything you want. So imagine that you're on December 31st and you're thanking God, you're thanking your friends, you're thanking everybody for everything that they've given you, and it's been an amazing year, it's been a miracle year. And you are imagining that on December 31st, 2021. Put yourself in that spot and then express gratitude. Guys, this is stuff we could do every day during 2021. It only takes a few minutes and it's fun. And so not just for New Year's resolutions, right? So 6 ways to manifest miracles in 2021, a miracle year. Don't worry about the how. Don't put importance on it. Reduce the importance. Make it more of a resoluteness. Forgive yourself and others. Let everybody off the hook yourself. Don't judge anything from 2020 or any events. As negative events come up, guys, that you perceive as negative, remember, you establish your relationship to the world. Your reflection is what you imagine in your relationship. So you can set any event, you can interpret it to how you want to be. Interpret it and establish your relationship to every event as positive. No, it's all working for you. 2, revise the past 2020. Have fun with it. Imagine that you did this, this, and this, and what you accomplished. As you wish you have lived it. This is a powerful imagination technique. This changes the past, changes your vibration in the present, and sets you up for 2021 in the future. 3rd, make big, powerful, big I am statements. I am wealthy. I am healthy. I am happy. I am brilliant. I am fun. I am these type of statements, right? Big, broad statements of what you want and who you are. I am prosperous, right? Then 4, choose, intend, and desire. I put all of these. This is where you're going to set your desire, but don't, again, desire, if you put a lot of weight on it, if you put a lot of resistance on it, it becomes a wanting or lack. Instead, intend and choose to be, do, or have what you want to be doing, have. This is where you get specific and with it. Don't get only get specific enough where you have no resistance and no stress about it, right? And then set those have a carefree resoluteness. And then 5, think from the end. Assume your wish already fulfilled. Imagine the end. Remember, the end wills the means. Imagine it. How would you feel, right? This is important. It's the feeling. You've got to conjure the feeling. So it's not just thinking. The reason you assume your wish already fulfilled, you've got to get to the feeling is the secret. This is what Neville Goddard always says, right? We've talked about this. What would you feel like if you accomplished all your goals? Imagine the scene in December 31st, 2021. What would you feel like? What would you be saying? What was a friend's expression? Conjure those feelings now, and it's already created. It's done. Yeah, your 2021 is set, right? Feeling is the secret. You've got to get in. You've got to have, it's not just thought. It's thoughts plus feeling. It's heart plus mind, right? Feeling is the language of how, really, feeling is the language that we communicate with this divine consciousness, with God, with this field of infinite potential. It's feeling from the heart. Remember, your heart sends out electromagnetic waves. Those things communicate with the field. That's how you communicate with the field. It's not just thoughts. It's thoughts that then garner, that then have these feelings and emotion attached to it. Remember, emotion and feelings is our link to that invisible realm. It's our link to God. It's our link to that consciousness. They don't use words necessarily. The field uses feelings and emotions. So you could say things all day, but if you don't feel them, if you don't have the emotions tied with them, you're not going to create it. Okay? And then 6, gratitude. And get that feeling of gratitude. Wow. Think about being thankful in advance. Imagine yourself in that scene on December 31st, 2021, being grateful for everything that you got and everything you've accomplished and everything that you have and your state of... Get to that state of being, right? It's important to... The way that you create, as we've talked about, you've got to be that state, you've got to get into that state of being, that new state of consciousness. It's the new you. You've got to be that new you. You've got to be on that, you've got to put yourself in that higher level of consciousness. And then you get everything you want. Yeah? So, guys, this is 6 ways to manifest miracles in 2021. Happy New Year. We have more coming. This is Tom Kieran with the Be Something Wonderful Studio of Higher Consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video, and comment and share the videos. That's how we get our message out, yeah? Until next time, this is Tom. See you soon.